Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of The Big News. I'm Owen.
And once again, I'm also Owen. We're both Owen. Get over it.
I can't believe the network threatened to take you off the air if you didn't change your name.
And wait, what? Why? They told me that, if anything, you were the one to go. What? They even gave me a list of people to interview.
No. If you want me gone, you're going to have to drag my cold, dead, rotting corpse off this floor. You hear that, you bureaucrats? I'm here for good.
Okay, well, apologies for my cohort's outburst. Speaking of bureaucrats, the U.S. government seems to be rapidly speeding towards a national shutdown, and a compromise deal to avoid this all seems a bit too late. Republican lawmakers' last proposal would have delayed the shutdown until November 21st, but Democrat lawmakers were not content with this measure. Democrats want to include measures to reverse some of the Medicare cuts and increase the tax credits for healthcare premiums that were just gutted in Trump's big, beautiful bill. But Republicans are saying that this is a non-starter for them.
No, hold on. No. A government shutdown? I have a vacation to Singapore coming up in a few weeks here. Am I supposed to walk there with a fresh pedicure?
No worries, Brother Owen. A government shutdown does indeed halt a large amount of government services, but essential jobs like air traffic control and TSA will still be functioning along with other necessary services like the U.S. Postal Service. A government shutdown is, of course, still a big deal, however. The last shutdown saw roughly 340,000 federal workers furloughed, meaning that those individuals and their families were missing their income for that whole time frame, only getting paid once the shutdown was officially over. Lawmakers have until the end of the day today to find a resolution, or else the federal government will be once again shutting down.
Well, I sure hope those lawmakers are quick to find a solution to this shutdown. Politics, man. I mean, it's just a bunch of ancient dinosaurs arguing with even older dinosaurs about basic human rights. I mean, it's what a shame, man. But you want to hear a cool dinosaur story to lighten the mood? Yeah, of course you do. Everyone wants to hear a cool dinosaur story. Scientists have just discovered the fossils of a new dinosaur with a crocodile's bones in its mouth in Argentina.
Yeah, man, I can't lie. That is pretty sick. Big dinosaur.
A big dinosaur, right?
Big dinosaur.
Anyway, scientists believe this one could have been approximately 23 feet long, and that it belonged to a largely unknown group of dinosaurs called the Megaraptorans. Known for their elongated skulls and large, powerful claws, these dinosaurs roamed across what is now known as South America, Australia, and some parts of Asia before splitting into two different species millions of years ago. The fossil was found in the Lago Colue-Uapi rock formation in Patagonia. Scientists are excited about this new finding, as they are now able to paint a more complete picture of these creatures' lives. The discovery fills a major gap by providing one of the most complete skeletons yet, says Federico Agnolin with the Argentinian Museum of Natural Science, Bernardino Rivadavia.
Wow, that last line is truly a mouthful, Brother Owen. Amazing stuff, though, you know? I mean, dinosaurs are amazing. Jurassic Park was amazing. Steven Spielberg is kind of amazing. Did you know that Steven Spielberg has actually been thanked more times at the Oscars than God has?
Well, yeah, God has been thanked more times in a church than Spielberg has. I mean, it's common sense, dumbass.
I suppose you're not wrong. Well, back to the show, I guess. Our next story takes us back home to Deere, Wisconsin, where regulators have just approved the first large-scale wind farm in the state since 2011. Known as the Badger Hollow Wind Energy Center, the 118-megawatt energy project will build 19 turbines in Iowa and Grant counties. Construction is set to begin in the summer of 2026, and it is expected to be fully operational by the end of 2027. Invenergy, the leading developer behind the project, claims that this wind farm will be able to power approximately 30,000 homes in the area. Supporters of the project are happy to see Wisconsin is once again moving towards more clean energy sources, as wind energy makes up only about 3% of the state's total power grid.
Wow, that is some actually great news to hear. I mean, clean, renewable energy is clearly the way of the future. How could you possibly be against wind farms?
I know, man. Like, the wind is just kind of blowing around up here. It's all free. Might as well use it. And on top of the obvious benefits of clean energy, the project is estimated to also create 200 plus local construction jobs and add approximately $64 million that I will never see into the local and state economies.
I am just so glad to hear that you won't see a cent of that. And I'm also glad to hear that Wisconsin is moving towards a cleaner, greener future. Anyways, we've got one last story for you folks tonight, where Micah Parsons returns to Dallas this past Sunday as the Cowboys hosted the Packers. This matchup became one of the most anticipated matchups of the year after the Cowboys brass sent Parsons to Green Bay for 2 first-round picks and a player, Kenny Clark.
Oh, I was anticipating it all right. I had the Packers defense on my fantasy football team, and they, as you could say, dropped the ball.
Yeah, okay. Their matchup came exactly 1 month after the trade occurred. The Packers had been slowly ramping Parsons back into the action over the previous 3 games and planned to fully unleash him against his former team. And let's just say the game probably did not go down as everyone had hoped. After a tough loss versus the Browns the week before, many were expecting the Packers to bounce back against a struggling Cowboys team. But they were only able to tie the game in a last-second field goal, bringing the score to 40-40, which, by the way, is called a scoregami, if you didn't know that. Parsons was at least credited with a sack, but for those watching the game, it looked more like a tackle with no gain than a sack. The Packers are going into their bye week 2-1-1.
Man, I can't believe that the NFL still lets games end in a tie. I thought this was America. But either way, that's all we have for today's show. Thank you all for watching The Big News. I'm your host, Owen.
And I'm also your host, Owen. Thanks for watching.
Something felt kind of off about this one, don't you think?
Yeah, it felt like something was missing.
Yeah. Oh, the intern, Dale. Where was he?
Who?
That guy that's been ruining our show every week?
Oh, yeah. I think you're talking about Bogdan.
Who the hell is Bogdan? Who else could be plastering Dale all over our show graphics?
Listen, I don't know, but where is that guy?
I don't know, man. Truthfully, I'm kind of worried about him. What if something bad happened to him?
I say good riddance. I mean, he keeps ruining our goddamn shows.